So, first things first, looking at tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, due to some of the warm air that's advected into the lower layers, I am seeing the possibility for some patchy fog at least. I think for most of us in eastern Kansas and western Missouri for your Wednesday morning, we're probably dealing with just patchy fog. But I do want to go ahead and point out there are a few little patches here. Let me kind of move over and show you very western, northwestern Kansas where visibility may be down less than a mile, and a couple places in south central Missouri as well that we need to be watching out for that for the early morning hours of your Wednesday. Then let's move ahead to the big weather story for the week. It's going to be our precipitation and a few periods of heavy rainfall. I think it's going to be Thursday. I want to go ahead and put that out that I think Thursday will be the most rain and the heaviest rainfall. So that is all due to a warm front that's going to lift up out of the southwest. You can see here, this is the surface chart for Thursday morning. But the interesting thing about this, the reason we're talking about heavier rainfall, is that the upper level winds, which are not here on the surface chart, are actually parallel to the front. So anytime that we have winds that are parallel or roughly parallel to the front, we have that potential for heavy rainfall. And so here we are picking things up Wednesday evening. This is about 5, 6, 7 p.m. that I think we will start to see precipitations show up, mostly central Kansas and working its way there along roughly I-70 across Kansas. These are mostly light scattered showers through Wednesday evening. So as we approach midnight on Wednesday night, Thursday morning, I think we will see a few more scattered showers and thunderstorms. There they are in southeast Kansas that work their way over here in the 2, 3, 4 a.m. So the pre-dawn hours of Thursday morning may have some scattered thunderstorms, so some rumbles waking you up. Looks like Thursday morning, possibly as late as 6, 7. Here's 8 a.m. for your Thursday, all hanging out roughly there in the southern parts of Missouri. So as we move up to midday on Thursday, here we are at noon. I think that represents really the first wave going to come through in the pre-dawn hours through sunrise and after on Thursday morning. And then the next wave shows up for Thursday afternoon. So I think this is going to verify the forecast that I just threw out at the beginning of this video, saying that I think Thursday is the rainiest day. So moving now through from noon really until midnight. So a good 12-hour period of, let me kind of back that up. You can see that scattered to light to moderate showers are really picking up northwest Kansas, central Kansas for sure, heavier down toward the southern parts of Kansas, headed over toward the southern parts of Missouri as well. So this starts to move on out of here for your daytime hours on Friday. So by daylight on Friday, I think we're predominantly dealing with scattered showers, hit and miss. So data showing that there is kind of one final push of moderate showers working their way through the afternoon on Friday. So trying to keep an eye on Friday evening. You guys are seeing it here. This is the latest data tonight. Here we are at about 6 p.m., around 6 p.m. on Friday night, that one final body of moderate showers might be working its way just south of I-70 if we're talking about the Missouri side there. So as for your Friday evening activities, kind of depends where you are and what time you have plans for, right? So here we are by 8 to 9 p.m., I think we're definitely clear by then. So I think those earlier in the afternoon Friday plans are really going to kind of be hit and miss for now, with at least some 30 to 40% chances of rainfall around the area. So that is the schedule, at least as of tonight's data, to try to help you out with some plans. How much rain are we going to get? So as you saw where that warm front was lifting out of the southwest, it does linger down there. I think that into Oklahoma and Arkansas, you guys can see for the heaviest rainfall amounts, but we're definitely looking at a scattering. I really think that as of tonight's data, north of I-70, on both the Kansas and Missouri side, with just a couple few little exceptions there, you might get to 1 inch. This is through Friday at noon, and it might not quite be done by Friday at noon. But north of I-70, around 1 inch. South of I-70, we're going to gradient up pretty quickly. An inch to 1.3 around the Kansas City area by the time we get down into Bates and maybe Henry County over here on the Missouri side. I'm seeing 2 inches, possibly. That's going to turn to 3 inches by the time that we get to south central Missouri. So that is the schedule, my friends. Bottom line, a widespread half inch to around 2.5, maybe 2 3/4 inches going to find us by Friday when I think this moves on out of here for a mostly dry, if not totally dry weekend. That's how things look right now. So I will be paying attention to that here for you. Bottom line is no severe weather is expected. A few rumbles of thunder here and there. We're just looking at prolonged periods of rainfall heavy at times. So I'll be watching it here. If anything develops that we need to talk about, not expecting any widespread flooding, possibly just some pesky intermittent flooding here and there if you're under one of those thunderstorms for any amount of time, but not really looking for widespread issues there either. So Premier Contractor Services bringing you coverage of this weather. Check them out on Facebook, 660-464-2067. Give them a call and ask about all your construction projects. These guys will take great care of you, sponsoring the Weather Spot tonight. Have a great night. Catch you later.